Geobyte.
Hi students, welcome to the Geobyte Diploma series. We have been discussing the simple stresses and strains for the diploma students. It is exclusively, these are all the videos exclusively for diploma students. Now we are entering to a new important concept called temperature stresses. You know, the general nature of the any material is the body may be or the material may be either contracting or extending due to temperature change. Whenever the material, let us take the steel, whenever the steel temperature is increasing, the nature of the steel is that by the time the temperature of the steel is increasing, it is going to elongate. Whenever the temperature is decreasing, it is contracting. That is the nature of the material. We have taken a body, look at the body. The body original length is L and it may have the temperature T1 initially. T1 initially. So whenever the temperature of the body is increasing from T1 to T2, whenever the temperature of the body is increasing from T1 to T2, the body may be extending up to this level. This is how the body is extending because of the increase in temperature. That extension may be marked as delta L. Delta L be the change in length or increase in length. So change in length due to temperature change. Due to temperature change, delta L equal to formula L alpha T, where L equal to length of the body, that may be either capital L or small l, alpha equal to coefficient of linear expansion, T be the temperature change. Let me write it. L equal to length of the body, L equal length of the body, alpha equal to coefficient of expansion, coefficient of expansion of the body. It is the material constant. It is the material constant. And T be the temperature change. T be the temperature change. So before going to write that, alpha value is approximately 12 into 10 raised minus 6 per degree centigrade. This is for steel. This is for a steel. For a cast iron, its value is 10 into 10 raised minus 6 per degree centigrade. It is for a cast iron. Cast iron. For copper, its value is 16 into 10 power minus 6 per degree centigrade. It is for copper. Copper. For stainless steel, its value 18 into 10 power minus 6 per degree centigrade. It is for stainless steel. Like that, the alpha value is changing from one kind of material to another kind of material. The coefficient of linear expansion, the coefficient of linear expansion can be defined like this. The amount of increase in length due to change in temperature through 1 degree centigrade or 1 Kelvin is the coefficient of linear expansion. That means whatever the extension or contraction is taking place in the body for unit degree centigrade change, for unit degree centigrade temperature change is called coefficient of linear expansion. And T equal to temperature change. T equal to temperature change. T equal to temperature change. This temperature change equal to T1 minus T2, where T1 equal to initial temperature, T2 equal to final temperature. Then the strain due to temperature change, strain due to temperature change small g equal to change in length by original length. Change in length is L alpha t, original length is L, it is equal to alpha into t. That is the strain due to temperature change. Remember, as long as the body is, look at the body, as long as the body is freely extending or contracting, no stresses are developed in the body. But when I restrict the body expansion, by the time the temperature of the body is changing, when I restrict the expansion of the body while the temperature of the body is changing, then only some stresses are developed in the body. Those stresses are called temperature stress or the thermal stress. So whatever the stresses which are developed due to temperature change, by the time the body free expansion or contraction is restricting, is called temperature stress. Let me write that point. The stresses which are developed due to temperature change, the stresses which are developed due to temperature change when the free expansion or contraction, when free expansion or contraction is restricted, is, that point is very very important, is restricted, is called temperature change, is called temperature stress, is called temperature stress or thermal stress. Temperature stress or thermal stress. The stresses which are developed due to temperature change when the free expansion or contraction is restricted is called temperature stress or thermal stress. Dear students, you take the rods arranged in the railway track. There is a small gap between the two rods of the railway track. Those that gap is provided for avoiding the thermal stress only, because in the summer season the bodies are trying to extend, or in the winter season the bodies are contracting. As long as the extension or contraction is free from any restriction, no thermal stress are developed. thermal stresses are developed only when you restrict that free expansion or free contraction due to temperature change. Then, according to Hooke's law, according to Hooke's law, stress by strain equal to Young's modulus. Stress by strain is equal to Young's modulus E. Already you got the strain equal to alpha T. Therefore, thermal stress may be written as sigma suffix Th equal to Young's modulus times the strain. It is equal to Young's modulus times the strain equal to alpha into T. So, the thermal stress, therefore, the thermal stress developed due to temperature change equal to E into alpha into T, where E be the Young's modulus, it may be in Newton per mm square. Alpha equal to coefficient of linear expansion. Coefficient of linear expansion, unities per degree centigrade, and T equal to temperature change in temperature. Change in temperature, it is in degree centigrade. That is how you can decide the stresses developed due to temperature change. Next concept, temperature stress when yield is permitted. It means the body may be extending for a length of delta L when the temperature of the body is increasing from T1 to T2. Remember, as long as this free extension is happening, no thermal stresses are developed. Now, if I allow some expansion, then there is a restriction that permitted yielding or permitted yield is delta. Delta be the permitted yielding, then the change in length caused for temperature stress delta L dash equal to L alpha T minus delta, where delta equal to permitted yield. Then the strain small e equal to change in length by original length. It is equal to L alpha T minus delta divided by L. It is equal to alpha T minus delta by L. That is the strain. Therefore, thermal stresses due to temperature change by allowing the yielding equal to strain times the Young's modulus. Strain is alpha T minus delta by L multiplied by Young's modulus. This is the formula for deciding the temperature stress due to allowing some yield. That means we are not completely restricting the expansion. After some elongation, it is restricted. So for this information, let us do some problems. Look at the problem. A steel rod 2 meters long, length of the steel rod given 2 meters, is fixed rigidly at the ends. It is fixed rigidly at the ends, means definitely thermal stress are developed, and is heated through a temperature of 100 degrees centigrade. Through 100 degrees centigrade means here a temperature difference is 100 degrees centigrade. Find the stress induced in the rod if alpha s means coefficient of linear expansion for steel 12 into 10 power minus 6 per degree centigrade, and Young's modulus for steel is 2 into 10 power 5 Newton per mm square. What is the expansion prevented? So how much expansion is prevented due to temperature rise of 100 degrees centigrade? Let us write the given data. Given data. A steel rod 2 meters long, length of steel rod L equal to 2 meters. It is equal to 2000 mm. Is fixed rigidly at the ends and heated through a temperature of rise in temperature rise in temperature rise in temperature small t equal to T2 minus T1, that is directly given 100 degrees centigrade. Find the stress, thermal stress. Thermal stress sigma TH is how much? 1 minute. Thermal stress sigma TH is how much? If the alpha S equal to coefficient of linear expansion for steel 12 into 10 raised minus 6 per degree centigrade, and Young's modulus for steel 2 into 10 power 5 2 into 10 power 5 Newton per mm square. Now let us find the thermal stress. Thermal stress sigma TH equal to E alpha T. Young's modulus E equal to 2 into 10 raised 5. Alpha equal to 12 into 10 power minus 6. Temperature change is 100. You simplify this value for getting 240 Newton per mm square. That is the thermal stress. Similarly, you are also asked to find the what is the extension prevented. Extension prevented means change in length due to change in temperature. So prevented expansion delta L equal to L into alpha into T. It is equal to L given is 2000, alpha equal to 12 into 10 raised to minus 6. Temperature change is 100. The resultant value 2.4 mm. That is about the problem. This much amount of expansion is prevented. While this much amount of expansion is prevented, the stress developed in the steel is 240, that is 240 Newton per mm square. Let us take one more problem. Next problem. New steel railway rails were laid at a temperature of 12 degrees centigrade. So this is the initial temperature of the rod with 3 mm gap. So for this case, yielding is permitted. At each end, the rails were 10 meters long. Length of the rail is 10 meters. Determine the during the summer, the temperature rise is 45 degrees centigrade. Determine the intensity and kind of stresses developed. Let us find first let us write the given data. Let us write the given data. Given data is new steel railway rails were laid at a temperature of initial temperature T1 equal to 12 degrees centigrade with 3 mm gap, yield del equal to 3 mm. The rails were 10 meters long. Length of the rail 10 meters equal to 10,000 mm. During the summer, the temperature rise. Final temperature T2 equal to 45 degrees centigrade. Therefore, change in temperature T2 minus T1, 45 minus 12, it is equal to 33 degrees centigrade. 33 degrees centigrade. First, let us decide how much length it is going to extend, because the allowed gap is 3 mm. The thermal stress are developed only when the elongation due to temperature rise is more than 3 mm, then only temperature stress are developed, because the gap distance is given 3 mm. For that, the free expansion, let us decide the free expansion. Free expansion due to temperature rise. Delta L equal to L alpha T. So change in length delta L equal to L equal to 10,000 meters. Alpha equal to coefficient of linear expansion. Okay, I did not write here. It is given in the problem. I forgot it. Alpha S equal to 12 into 10 raised to minus 6 per degree centigrade, and Young's modulus for steel also given 2 into 10 power 5 Newton per mm square. So alpha equal to 12 into 10 power minus 6 into T, temperature change 33. It is equal to, simplify this value for getting 3.96 mm. Look at the value. Free expansion is 3.96 mm. Allowed gap is only 3 mm. Therefore, definitely temperature stress are developed. Let me write that point. Since the free expansion is greater than yield provided therefore the induced stress is thermal. The thermal stress are developed. Thermal stresses are developed. That too, the thermal stress are compressive in nature. Because of the restriction, compressive stresses are developed. Therefore, the strain with yield small e equal to alpha t minus delta by L. Alpha given is 12 into 10 power minus 6, temperature change 33 minus 3, length 10,000. Simplify this value for getting 9.6 into 10 raised minus 5. Therefore, induced stress or stress induced thermal stress induced is equal to strain multiplied by Young's modulus. The strain is 9.6 into 10 power minus 5 into 2 into 10 power 5. It is equal to 19.2 Newton per mm square. That is the answer for this particular problem. So we will discuss more problems in the next video. Thank you for watching.
Geobyte.